This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Star Wars, local art, and a hat contest, and that's only part of what's going on this first Friday in downtown Hazleton. More details next. Hola everyone, and thank you so much for watching us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision, channel 513, and in SD on channel 13. I'm Ken Kerr, and I subscribe to SSPTV's YouTube channel so I never miss a moment of news or any of my favorite local shows like It's Your Health. These are your headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. One school in our area is making major changes to its curriculum and its classrooms. Marian Catholic High School in Tamaqua announced that it will incorporate a new STEM program for the upcoming school year. STEM is an acronym for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. With the new program comes new state-of-the-art science labs, which, as you can see, are already under construction. The enhancements are the result of a feasibility study conducted by Partners in Mission, a Boston-based consulting firm involving over 1,000 parents and alumni. The overwhelming response showed a need to improve science labs. Marian Principal Gene Susko said that this will ensure that Marian graduates continue to have the expertise necessary to pursue high-growth careers in the science and engineering fields through a STEM education. The renovations are made possible thanks to a matching grant from Donald B. and Dorothy L. Stabler Foundation. The grant has been matched by a generous group of Marian donors who will be recognized when the project is completed for the start of the 2018-19 school year. Speaking of changes, a new game was launched today by the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Keno's the lottery's exciting new fast-paced game. Drawings take place every 4 minutes and can be viewed on big screen monitors in retail locations. Tickets start at $1 and players must be over the age of 18. You can play Keno anywhere lottery games are sold, but also look for Keno in different places where folks tend to hang out, like bars and restaurants. Older Pennsylvanians are counting on us to generate funds into the future, and we're doing that through important new products like Keno, Express Sports, and iLottery games sold on mobile devices. These are new products intended to appeal to a new audience to create funds well into the future and modernize this Pennsylvania lottery.
The computer randomly draws 20 winning numbers. The more spots you match, the more you can win. Keno has been successful in other states and is expected to generate new revenue for programs that benefit older Pennsylvanians. You can learn more about the new game at palottery.com. This Friday is First Friday. It's also May the 4th Be With You Day and the eve of the Kentucky Derby. As Lisa Sugart found out, all those events will be combined in the First Friday celebration in downtown Hazleton.
This Friday is First Friday in downtown Hazleton, and here to tell us all about it is Krista Schneider. She is the Executive Director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress. Krista, a lot of activities on the list once again this month.
Yeah, May is going to be a fun month. Art at the Markle, which traditionally has been a featured event in May, is not going to happen this year because the space wasn't available. However, we do have other art events that are scheduled throughout the downtown that are really going to be tremendous. The first one is going to be at Friedman Electric, and it's featuring the work of the Emmanuel Christian School students, and Friedman Electric is going to be featuring, I guess, a sneak peek of renovations that they've had in their lighting design studio. And Hazleton Power, rather than being at the Markle, is going to be there, and there's going to be a reception, and it's going to be a power hour there, a networking event at the Design Center. So that's one event. And then we also have a very special exhibit at the Art League featuring the work of local artist Jane Bukovsky, who, as you know, owns Martin's Restaurant, and she has a studio next door, Studio 303, and the work of her students, her and her students, are going to be on exhibit at the Art League. So that's going to be a really great exhibit as well. So that's art. We also have a Derby hat contest. May 4th is First Friday. May 5th is the Derby. So it's inspired, of course, by the horse racing. At the Sage Exchange, people could come in, register with their hat. This is men and women. The Dapper Room is actually featuring sales on men's hats. So you could come in, register your hat, and then at 7 o'clock, go over to the Pines. There's going to be a hat contest for prizes for best hats and mint julep specials, and there's going to be horse racing on the TV, so you could get in the mood and get ready for the Derby.
How nice is that? That's a really nice tie-in.
Yep. So there's that. There's also live music at the Pines that night. Mike Miz and Brian Clark will be performing. Of course, there's always the Sanctuary Stunt Studio has their free event on First Friday. And the library is participating this month as well with a special showing of Star Wars 4. So May the 4th be with you is their theme for the night. So it's geared towards kids.
And Kenny Kara.
And kids can get their photos taken with their favorite character cut out. They're going to have refreshments, very Star Wars-y theme. So, and then there's also a Meet the Author event at the lobby of the Markle, Black Diamond Writers Network. So they're going to have books of their network, of their group, their writing group. And you can get some books signed, and they make great gifts.
Wow, so there is really a lot going on. So the First Fridays have been doing really great, and they just seem to get bigger and better every month.
Yeah, and next month, which is June, is our 3rd annual Wine and Chocolate Walk. So tickets, will most likely sell out. And so if you want to get your ticket, get it early. You can get it online on our website, www.downtownhazelton.org.
All righty. So fun things happening this Friday in downtown Hazleton, and already planning for next month for their First Friday celebration then. So be sure to check it out. Go to downtownhazelton.org for the complete list of events and activities. But come on down this Friday and have fun throughout the downtown.
Thanks, Lisa. Meanwhile, a special honor for the woman Lisa just spoke with. Krista Schneider has been named the recipient of the 2018 Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce Athena Award. The award is sponsored by Berger Family Dealerships and Blaze Alexander Dealerships. Schneider is the executive director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress since 2014. Congratulations from the Lasan family and everyone at SSPTV. Coming up next, Kent Jackson has another outdoors segment, and we'll drop by Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant to see their renovations. And later, our John Eric Poli talks with a very proud father of a national champion Villanova basketball coach. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Be fruitful and multiply. That's what God said to Adam and Eve in the garden, and we listened. The history of humankind is one of adaptability and expansion across the globe. We've cleared forests to plant crops, drained swamps, built roads, tunnels, pipelines, and towers. But what if we suddenly vanished? It's an interesting idea that Alan Wiseman researched and wrote about a decade ago in his book, The World Without Us. I started reading, coincidentally, around Earth Day. Weissman writes about how the wonders of our world will disintegrate without our care. The skyscrapers of Manhattan will topple, oil refineries along the Gulf Coast may explode, or just flake away. The innovations we have made take a toll on the planet. Fertilizers and farming techniques that support a mushrooming population crowd out non-agricultural plants, just as people have crowded out other species. Ox, great sloths, saber-toothed tigers, mastodons are among the large mammals that vanished with the arrival of Homo sapiens around the Earth. In the sky, carbon dioxide from what we burn collects and changes climate, while PCBs, plutonium metals from smokestacks, have been scattered by the winds and returned to the soil and the food chain. In the water, the carbon turns to seas acidic and could disrupt the currents that create weather patterns, while plastic debris collects and reduces to ever smaller pieces. All our problems, lack of food, lack of drinking water, lack of power, tensions with our neighbors around the block and around the world would lessen if our population doesn't continue to skyrocket. Weissman argues in favor of a one-woman, one-child policy. Policy was tried in China during my lifetime and criticized as barbaric, but it allowed that country to improve its standard of living. A world with fewer of us is preferable to a world without us.
for weather on SSPTV News.
We welcome back our weather sponsor, Valley High Food Drive-In in West Hazelton. Valley High will officially open for the season this Saturday, May 5th. Now to the forecast. We are still waiting for leaves, but because of that, we get this great shot of St. Gabriel's Church in Hazelton through the trees. Our forecast comes from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low of 51 degrees. That's a nice night. And Wednesday is going to be a nice day. Sunny with a high near 79 degrees at night. Partly cloudy, low of 58. Thursday we have a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 p.m. Partly sunny, high of 81. Thursday night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low of 61. Friday, a 60% chance of showers, possibly a thunderstorm, mostly cloudy, high of 76. Friday night, 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low of 52. And then on Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 70. And Saturday night, partly cloudy, low of 46 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High Food Drive-In, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop by for our ice cream and yogurt, now featuring fat-free, no sugar-added soft frozen yogurt with flavors like vanilla, strawberry, and strawberries and cream. We also have burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. For daily hours, call 570-455-5362. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton, and like us on Facebook.
I'm so happy to be back here in Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant in downtown Hazelton, newly renovated. I'm here with one of the owners, Lauren Sacco. You're usually busy. I'm sure you've been much busier even now with all the renovations, everything happening. I'm sensing a theme. I mean, we got the coal on the table. When you think of Hazelton, you think of coal, you think of pizza. It's all right here now. Talk about what went into all this, and your mother mentioned one very interesting piece as well that's in the restaurant.
We do. We have decided to go back to our roots a little bit and what Hazelton is known for, like you said, with the pizza. And we went with a little bit of a coal mining railroad theme. We're proud of our heritage, we're proud of our area, and when we went back to the drawing board, we decided to change it up a little bit. That's how we came about with what you see all throughout the restaurant. We do have a very important piece here. We have the coal stove from the Molly Maguire's movie, and they're celebrating their 50th year this year for the movie. So that piece is featured smack dab right in front as a centerpiece in our window.
That's pretty neat, and I remember growing up all the time seeing that movie. What was the piece again? It's a stove.
Coal stove.
Coal stove, okay, that's actually used in the movie. Very neat. And you mentioned too about being proud of where you're from, and you said it hurts you when people say negative things about downtown Hazelton, and it kind of is a stereotype. You know, I hear it too. They're like, oh, you work down there and you work in downtown at night? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I eat at all the restaurants down here. I enjoy it. I go to events downtown, and you said it hurts you when people say that.
Well, most people who know me on the forefront of all three of our family businesses, you know that I bleed for this area. There are good and there are bad. There's two sides to every story. When you walk into Frankie's, you are treated like family. I don't care where you're coming from, where you're going. When you walk in these doors, you're treated like one of us. And it's disheartening to me when I hear people say, well, we don't come downtown. And in my opinion, if you don't come downtown, you are missing out.
I always say I'm careful, like everywhere else that I go. I mean, I work late at the TV station sometimes after midnight. And
if you surround yourself with good people, your tribe is your vibe.
And here we are.
And here we are. So if you do good things follow. Case in point.
Lauren, I wanted to ask you, with all the renovations here, what's your favorite piece that's featured now?
Right behind us, actually, is a hand-painted picture from a local artist named Will Veros. He painted this for us for our Ocean City location. So it made a trip to New Jersey, and it made its way right back up the turnpike and is now featured on our wall.
What have your customers said? Even longtime customers who have been coming here for years, maybe since you opened, what has their reaction been to the new digs?
Most people love it. In the beginning, people were sitting at the high top tables and low, and they're loving it. I mean, it's more open, it's more spacious. We're able to actually get you in and out of here more efficiently on your 30-minute lunch break. All in all, it's been a very warm, welcoming reception.
I love the high tops. As someone who's 5'5", this is a pleasure sitting here today, digging the new vibe here at Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant downtown Hazelton. Get down, check it out. Be proud of your area, be proud of the pizza, be proud of the coal. We'll be back with more segments from Frankie's. Definitely looks cool inside of Frankie's. Here's your green screen now on SSPTV News. That's almost a throwback. Pick 2, 65, pick 3, 409, pick 4, 9633, pick 5, 92565. The wild number is 4.
now for sports on SSPTV News.
Well, I'm sure many of you know the guy next to me, George Halkovich, Schuylkill County Commissioner. And George, your son just recently celebrated a national championship with Villanova, cutting down the nets in San Antonio there. Kind of tell us, for everyone that doesn't know, how your son went from a boy in Schuylkill County to assistant coach at Villanova.
Sure. First of all, thank God for his mother, because she's the one that's the brains behind the organization. We have 5 kids, and George being the oldest boy. We went from, he played CYO basketball like we all do. Actually had gone up in the Scranton area, played against GMAC. Everybody knows Jerry McNamara, and just went to Nativity High School in Pottsville. And after that, was recruited by some D1s in the Ivies and ended up going to Babson College outside of Boston. Again, he felt that he wanted to play. While he was at Babson, he went and started working Villanova's basketball camps. At that time is when Coach Wright looked at this young guy, college basketball player, and he said, you know what, this is somebody that could fit into the system. So he was hired by Villanova to be a graduate assistant. Again, it was non-paying, but he was there to do his job and make sure everybody is where they should be. Went from that to assistant video coordinator, to video coordinator, to director of basketball operations, who makes sure that you get everywhere, and worked his way up to assistant basketball coach.
Tell me, how proud are not only just you, your wife, your whole family, because you were there in San Antonio when they won and when they celebrated. What was that like?
Well, it was amazing. First of all, and you talk about it from a faith standpoint, when you're there on Easter Sunday. I never thought I'd be eating Mexican food, San Antonio food, on Easter Sunday. But even more important was the Villanova family. It's a faith family, too. You had a situation where Father Peter Donahue, who's the president of the university, did Mass in a ballroom. There was over 4,000 people at that Mass. Families, and it's the Villanova family, and that's one of the things that Jay does extremely well, and George and Kyle and Ash had done as the coaches. They don't recruit just great athletes, the 5 stars. They recruit great families.
Yeah, I really like that you said that too, that they recruit good families, not just the kid that's a great basketball player. But does your son ever tell you what goes into a good family? Like, what exactly are they looking for when they're out on those recruiting visits?
He's presenting what Villanova is about, okay, and the faith base that they have, that they're playing for the people who played before them. One of the things I always have, and this is a great situation, but it's what the team players wear, and it's attitude. I mean, you get the name of Jay's book, but this was before Jay. He wants them to play humble and hungry, but also play with great attitude. It's a super attitude. It's a positive attitude, not a negative attitude, positive, okay? You had that one loss. Take for what you've learned from that loss and then just move it forward towards the next game. That's what Villanova basketball is about and what this team is about.
So you were telling me a really cool story where your son kind of took a guy out. He was kind of upset about playing time, took him out, got sushi, and presented the big picture to him. What kind of was that experience like for him? To go out and change someone's mind like that made them love Villanova basketball, kind of changed the year around for them.
Well, it's a great situation because, again, you have some of the top athletes, and they have a lot of pressures on them. Again, they have the academic rigors. I mean, they don't get off easy at Villanova. I mean, when they get a degree, they get a degree. I look at the situation with Jalen Brunson, Player of the Year. Part of when he's gone to the NBA, his family said, you need to get your degree first. But to know these young men, and they're not just making great basketball players, okay? They're actually developing great men. They have it in the inner sanctum of what they're about. One of my great stories about that was there was a young guy who was behind me at a game and he was kicking me in the back. It didn't bother me at all. But I found out that, he was there with his aunt and he was in a wheelchair. And so I said, "Did you ever meet the players?" He says, "Oh, I met a couple years ago." I said, "Come on, we're going to take you down." My son came out, wheeled his wheelchair into the locker room after a game, and this young guy came out with 3 autographed sneakers from Muftau Uru, Daniel Chefu, and Ryan Archidiacono, okay? And this kid's hanging on to the sneakers. Guess what? That young kid taught these players a lesson because what happened was they gave him the sneaker, And he said, "Can I have 2 others?" He said, "Why is that?" He said, I want to have one for each of my brother and sister. Okay, so here's a child who has a need, but yet look at this. This young boy is teaching the players of Villanova that, you know what? You not only take care of the one that's in front of you, you make sure you're taking care of others. That's what this program is about.
Thanks, John. And there's still more to come from John and George Halkovich. That was part 1 of a 2-part interview. And that's a wrap today for sports. Let's go to the social report.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. The Tamaqua Public Library will be having a free comic book day on Saturday, May 5th from 9:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. You may receive 1 comic book per family. For more information, you can call the library at the number on your screen. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these who recently departed. Joyce A. Bell of Drums. Funeral is Friday at 11 a.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home in Drums. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. and Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home. James F. Brzezinski of Freeland. Mass is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. at Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Parish at St. Anne's Church in Freeland. The McNulty Funeral Home in Freeland is in charge of the arrangements. Vito Caporero of Hazelton. Services will be private under the Turnbach Funeral Home in Hazelton. Teresa Filaretto of Hazelton, who lived to be 108 years old. Mass is Thursday at 11 a.m. at Good Shepherd Roman Catholic Church in Drums. Friends may call Thursday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. at the Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home. Margaret Gundy of Beaver Meadows. Mass is Friday at 10:30 a.m. at Saints Peter and Paul Byzantine Catholic Church. Friends may call Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home in Hazelton. Nora Jean Kaiser of Hazelton. Mass is Thursday at 10 a.m. at Holy Rosary Roman Catholic Church in Hazelton. Friends may call Thursday from 8:30 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Damiano Funeral Home in McAdoo is assisting the family. Evelyn P. Miller of Quakeake. A gravesite service will be held on May 12th at 11 a.m. at White Church Cemetery in Barnesville. The Zyle Mangula Funeral Home in Tamaqua is in charge of the arrangements. And Irene B. Norris of West Hazelton. Mass is Thursday at 10 a.m. at Holy Name of Jesus Parish in West Hazelton. Friends may call Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Thursday from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. at the John J. Pustai Funeral Home in Hazelton. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Susan Stein of Tamaqua. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
You know, I could draw a picture of a cow for my mother and she would cherish it forever. I drew a police cow series for a little bit. However, it's nice to switch it up sometimes on Mother's Day, and there's a big contest going on at the Laurel Mall. All you have to do is go to Center Court, drop in your sales receipt worth at least $20, and you'll be entered to win a gift certificate. It's a good one. You can also go online, standardspeaker.com. You have until May 8th to enter this Mother's Day contest at the Laurel Mall. Tomorrow, Dave Siemens here. We're going to be talking about the NFL draft and also local track and field. I'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.